Hello everyone, my name is Julio Chicken, some people call me Jay, and today, you and I are going to sit down and look at some mods for Stalker Anomaly. And the theme for this video is Artifacts and Anomalies. Now sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. And the first mod we start with is Arrival Anomalies. This mod was built on top of the old DAO, aka Dynamic Anomalies overhaul. Now while this mod overhauls the existing anomalies, it also adds and overhauls the ones from DAO pretty heavily. So let me go over a whole list and give you a brief synopsis of what they do. The Point anomaly is a small, mostly harmless orb that just kind of sits there, but then randomly summons a electro ball that will move at complete random sometimes, but will always return to the orb. It can obviously appear and disappear all on its own. The Cognitive Dissonance Field. This is a large floating orb mostly seen in more larger, more open areas that can basically break through all side protections, causing small amounts of side damage depending on the distance between you and it. And now the Ghost. The Ghost is a mostly gray orb kind of floating around, very dark cloud that can cause you a little bit of chemical damage. But if you get close enough to not activate it per se, it'll send some side projections your way. The Shatterpoint. This is a highly unstable gravitational anomaly that is basically a death by 1,000 cuts, as it holds what looks like glass in the middle of it before discharging itself. The Umbral Cluster. It's one of the most dangerous psi anomalies. It can take you down within 2 seconds of stepping into it. That is, if you don't have any pseudogeists come out of it. It tends to attract them. The Net. Think of this one more as a Venus flytrap, as it can slow you down, grab you, or sometimes just outright take you down. Very dangerous. And now the next one, Liquid Gold. It's basically just a more dangerous fruit punch. Very simple. Still very dangerous though. And now for the Flash. If you've played with Dynamic Anomalies overhaul before, you might be familiar with this one. This one basically breaks the space-time continuum and allows you to basically move forward in time by a set amount of hours. The Rebounder. A rare gravitational anomaly that's basically a force field, however it's extremely unpredictable and may fling you or your attacker back with immense force. The Thorn. This is a sneaky chemical anomaly that looks like a normal patch on the ground until you step in it, and then boom, it rapidly expands, grabbing you and jabbing you with its jagged spikes. The Seed. It appears as a group of floating or sometimes falling petals, and if you ever walk into it, you may suffer some chemical damage and a heavy dose of rads. The Sloth. It appears as a gas cloud rising and dissipating and then rising again. It displays a unique quality where the gas it emits slows you down. And now for the weirdest one, the Mephistotle. A rare, very strange anomaly that looks like a flower. that can be easily mistaken for an artifact. However, get too close, and it will literally grab you and tear you to shreds in seconds. With those brand new and very dangerous anomalies added to your game, we can also modify how we get artifacts. With this mod active in your load order, it will allow any mutants game-ended, I can't use the other word, by an anomaly. You have a chance of getting an artifact. Here's how it's broken down. And here is how it's broken down. Mutants like zombies, Tushkanos, blind dogs, and cats can give junk or low-tier artifacts. Junk being pretty self-explanatory, and low-tier artifacts being the ones that produce 7 MSV per second. Mutants like bloodsuckers and snorks, and some more mid-tier monsters, can give most mid-tier artifacts, those artifacts being the ones that give 12 MSV per second of radiation. And finally, mutants like the Controller, Chimera, and Pseudo-Giant can give most high-tier artifacts. Those high-tier ones being the ones that produce 23 MSV of radiation per second. And now that we've improved the anomalies, making them prettier and having better sound, as well as making it so that we have more opportunities to get artifacts, let's improve the spawns globally with the mod Artefact Spawn Rebalance Improved. This is a modified version of the Artefact Spawn Rebalance mod that truly encourages you to move more north for better artifacts. I have to mention that this mod is compatible with perk-based artifacts and the Artifact Renovation mod. Now let me break down the tiers. We have junk, which is, artifacts that don't really do anything unless you have perk-based artifacts on. Then we have low, which is those 7 MSV artifacts. Mid, which is these 12 MSV artifacts. High, which are 23 MSV artifacts. And a high plus tier, which is the same as high. However, it spawns an artifact that I can't say the name of, so here's the icon for it. YouTube would nuke this. Now, let's go over the changes made to each and every area, starting with the south. In the Great Swamps, you'll find junk artifacts and maybe a low tier one, rarely. In Cordon, you will find only junk artifacts. However, in the Meadow and Darkscape, you will find a mix of junk and low tier artifacts. Moving just up to Agriprom, you can find low and mid-tier artifacts. In the Garbage, you can find junk, low and mid-tier artifacts, but rarely mid-tier ones, making it a very mixed bag of the southern areas. And then moving over to the Dark Valley. In the valley itself, you'll only find low and mid-tier artifacts. However, the game changer is the X18 lab, which will have mid and high tier artifacts. And now we move up to the middle part of the map. In Rostock, you'll find a mix of low and junk tier artifacts. It's not bad. It's a very public area, so it makes sense. However, moving either east or west, the Wild Territory and Truck Cemetery will have mid-tier artifacts. Moving over to Yantar, you'll find mostly low and mid-tier artifacts, but there's a twist. In Lab X16, you will find high-tier artifacts. Moving up to the Dead City, you will find mid-tier artifacts with a chance, a rare chance, at high-tier ones. And then the last area, for the middle of the map here, is the Army Warehouses, which will only spawn mid-tier artifacts. And now, moving up to the north, you will always find high-tier artifacts, with the only exception being Jupiter and Zaton, which can spawn mid-tier ones. And I should note, Lab X8 will only spawn high-tier artifacts. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. All links to these mods that I've mentioned here will be in the description. Reiterate that in case I didn't at the beginning. But let me know if I missed anything, and let me know what you thought about the video. So yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, maybe even hit the bell so you get notifications to all. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.